You know, I'm wondering, it's not just you and you doing, I mean, this is a lot of data, a lot of information, a lot of research. It's impossible that you could be doing this all yourself now. How do you do this? How many people are working on this? Are there scientists in the laboratory? Are there doctors? What's going on with regard to how this information comes into being?
Well, actually, Stem Cell Assurance, which is the parent company, you can locate it on stemcellassurance.com online.
Okay.
Kind of explains a lot of the different people behind the scenes. We have a whole group of researchers that's researching stem cells. We have some of the initial scientists who invented a lot of the technology of harvesting the stem cells, and the whole team as far as skincare products. We have a new branch of it with the hair line. And being a board-certified hair transplant surgeon, I'd rather preserve your hair than transplant it. So if possible, you know, preserving the hair with this type of solution that helps your hair grow and improve, Alfredo's really done the job. And he's teaming up with these other people here in town that are more of the hair care specialists. He probably can tell you a little more about it.
What else can you tell me?
Steve Constantino, who came up with EXO, worked for a major company here in Cleveland. And he did all their products. For 14 years, he's been working on EXO. And by a fluke, the way he came up with it, his daughter is also a chemist. Her teacher burned herself and called him up and said, "Dad, my teacher burned herself, can you make something up?" So he made her a salve, put it on the leg, and on burns don't, the skin doesn't grow back. It grows back, and hair does not grow back on burns. So when he went back to the lady, she goes, "Steve, look at this. It came out beautiful. The skin came back perfect." Because there's only one problem. Because I have too much hair on my legs. She had to overshave her legs.
So everything grew
back. Everything grew back. The skin grew back natural. It wasn't all crinkled up and whatever. And he went along with that, and that with a couple other things, and he came up with the EXO. 14 years.
Wow.
And then that's when we met Doc, and we said, "Hey, let's put something together here." And he had the stem cell, and
so it's
very exciting, very exciting.
That's happening right here in our city. So
yeah,
that's
exactly.
Fantastic.
Phenomenal.
You know, how I can tactfully ask this question, I don't know, but I feel the need to, because it's probably something people are wondering. You know, we hear so much about stem cell, and there's so much talk, particularly politically in our country, about stem cells coming from a fetus. Now, we're not talking about the same thing here. This is not from an infant kind of stem cell thing. Where do you get these stem cells? What's the story here?
Well, none of the stem cells that Stem Cell Assurance uses comes from any fetuses.
Okay.
So where we get the stem cell from is we get it from the fat. Like if you have liposuction done, you can take the fat, inject it back into your body to fill lines and wrinkles. You can store the fat for years to come, so that it's called cryopreservation, when they freeze it and store it. And allows you then, if you have diseases down the road, you can utilize those stem cells. Or it comes from the blood. So that has the medical part of it. The skincare part of it and the hair care part of it actually comes from a rare German apple. And the properties of this apple is that, yeah, believe it or not, it's from an apple. And if you break the skin on this apple, they found that the skin regrew. You damage the bark regrows. And has amazing regenerative ability where most trees and other plants don't. So they were able to harvest the stem cells from that tree that actually causes the regeneration of the damage, just like it regenerates your damaged skin or a damaged hair follicle. So the skincare products and the hair products actually come from a tree.
I see. So the people who utilize these products don't need to feel like they're doing something that's politically incorrect in today's political atmosphere. So tell me, how did you get connected how did you and Alfredo get together? I mean, what's the connection here? Why Alfredo?
Well, actually, I've been doing hair transplants now for 20 years. And having the center right here in the same building that he has, just ironically, I got to meet him. And after people have had hair transplants done, after people are people who are losing their hair and having problems, they're very self-conscious about getting their hair cut. They want to make sure their hairstyling is right. I mean, I'll give you a classic example. Back when I was in college, I started getting some thinning in my crown area here. And I would travel all the way back to Warren, Ohio to have the same guy cut my hair because I was afraid someone would not be able to cut it the right way because my hair was thinning. That's how conscientious people are that are starting to lose their hair. So I had to find someone that was an expert on cutting hair where people that are losing their hair have had hair transplants done both for men and for women. And after seeing his work, I was just totally impressed that he is able to do some of the best hairstylists and cutting on people who have thin hair, losing their hair. And that's why he actually got into a lot of the research with Steve and different products they're working on, because he likes that research area.
So you're sort of interested in the scientific end of things.
Oh, without a doubt. It is a science.
Skilled with, as a hair
It is a science, and people, I mean, I'm not a bald guy. I could never be bald. Like some guys that shave their heads, and I'd rather restore it than shave it. So I got involved with that, and especially with the guys that do get the transplant, because they are very, very picky about who does their hair. And Dr. Ross being in the building, people started coming down, and they saw how I can cut their hair, and it would look phenomenal. It wouldn't look like you're trying to hide or comb over or do any of that stuff.
So even if the people listening to our interview today are not ready to do this new stem cell treatment to grow hair, they could come to you with their thinning hair problems, and you'd be able to cut their hair and style it in a way that
without a doubt
will be better than.
Oh, without a doubt. Precision cutting is where it's at.
Okay.
Precision cutting
and
is
you're
where
the
it's
expert at that.
Well, I've been in this location 35 years.
You're on. I'm only 35 years old.
Yeah, but you look 20.
Yeah, but I do look 20, and that's all a big lie. But anyway,
Yes.
that's fantastic.
Yes.
That's really
So,
fantastic.
I pride myself on that, and my customers come from all over.
That's really fantastic, and it's happening right here in Cleveland, Ohio. I can't say that enough, you know. I think in terms of the different places I've been in the city and all the amazing things that are happening, and this is just another example of something that's really outstanding, and I'm eager to find out more about it for myself. You know, I may just have to come in here one of these days and get a little, see what I can do to grow some hair.
Get a little treatment.
Get a little treatment. So thank you so much
My
for
pleasure.
making
My
time
pleasure
for me
talking.
today
My pleasure.
and allowing me to come in and see you. And like we said, it is a full-service hair salon, and it's a beautiful environment, and it's right in Beechwood, Ohio. So
You have nothing to lose but your hair.
You have nothing to lose but your hair. And thank you for making time again today
no problem,
for me. I
Nice seeing you again.
appreciate your help, because I'm very excited about the work you're doing, and I want to share it with people to whatever extent I can.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.